lineup tonight.
All right. Welcome to round two, DuPage Run and Shoot Show, episode 11, season 3. Here we go. My name is Coach Big Pete, aka Peter Leinweber, publisher of DeepDishFootball.com. Make sure you follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Now, for my co-host, introduce himself, Mr. Codo.
What's going on, everyone? That is right. It's the co-host of DuPage Run and Shoot, Patrick Codo. I'm also a sports reporter at NCTV 17 and the host of Codo's Mojo. We just dropped an episode this week. So if you want to check us out, we're on every social media platform, Facebook, X, Instagram. Got any questions? Email me at petecodo at nctv17.org. Pete, we got ourselves some good second-round games.
Yes, we do, sir. All right, let's kick it off with the round one scores. DGN 42, Kenwood 13. DGN's defense picked off Mr. McFarland. Good job by the DGN defense. What do you think, sir?
Mr. Noah Battle, too. Welcome back.
Yes.
Downers Grove North is looking scary as usual. I would not sleep on this Downers Grove North team.
Yes, and they've done a wonderful job this season. And the big question mark was this round one game. This was a good test for them to flex their chops, and they did. And they did a wonderful job. And defense was very impressive. And overall, DGN moves on to the second round, and I think we saw this team, but before the season began, how good they could be. Like you said, Noah Battle's back, and everything's working out now.
293 yards.
Bingo, right there. All right, York 43, Homewood Flossmoor 22. York with the big win over Homewood Flossmoor.
Not just big, explosive win, too. I mean, this is what York's been doing all year, just explosive on offense.
Yes.
Nobody can stop this team.
Yes, they've been unbelievable.
It was close at first, though. You know, Jimmy Connor started the scoring with the 56-yard TD run. Jake Bellion did give us a little scare, though, with an injury. He scored a touchdown later in the game, though.
Yep. And overall, the wide receiver core is they're on point. And the quarterback, Milton, hopefully I'm saying his name correct. He's on point right now. So congratulations.
The quarterback?
Yeah, for York.
Yeah, Sean Winton, right? The quarterback.
Sean Winton. I keep saying Milton. Winton. Yeah.
Hey, Winton's been very impressive all year.
Yeah, yes, he
has. Done a great job filling in the shoes for Visa.
Yes, he has. Naperville Central 31, DGS 22. Your alma mater wins, but DGS gave them a fight.
Well, they won 6 straight games for a reason. There's no way in hell they were going to be satisfied, so I'm not surprised the game was like that. Aiden Clark scored all the touchdowns. 2 of them were from 60-plus yards. Very, very underrated player this year, I swear to God. Nobody talks about him that much.
Yeah.
It's special. He's only a junior, too.
And you were right. You called it. They had to find someone else other than Burns.
Yeah, well, Aiden Clark's been doing some damage too, but again, let's get, guys like Alex Leibo, Logan Divick, and Colt Lenz involved. For this weekend, you're going to need everyone involved for this for this game coming up. If in a comfortable situation, just give the rock to Aiden Clark and he'll do Aiden Clark things. That's exactly what he did on Friday against Downers Grove South, 249 rushing yards. But like you said, Pete, DGS, they came to play, but that central defense got nasty. We're talking about Christian Kuda, Maverick goalie. Let's show some love to Jake Stanish. That is a name you all need to know.
Yep, definitely.
It's a beast. Just needs to work out his interviews, and he'll be good.
and we talk about that. We go into more into that DuPage Valley Conference area, and we talk about a team that played themselves. Neuqua Valley 31, Palatine 17, sir. What do you think, sir?
I'm impressive win for Neuqua Valley. I hope Brian Muller's okay because he left the game with an injury. You never want to see your quarterback get hurt, but he did everything he could. He ran for a couple touchdowns. Silvano Spatafora ran for a couple touchdowns. Neuqua has been impressive so far, and they've been undefeated in the month of October, coincidentally.
And I'm very impressed with what they were able to do against Palatine's defense. And overall, again, Neuqua Valley gets to that second round. Very impressive.
Well, they're going to need to have all the game plans they can coming up this weekend.
Yep. And the next one, we got Quincy 44, West Chicago 14. Surprised?
Not really. I was hoping West Chicago, keep riding high and stuff, but it was a great season for West Chicago. We're really proud of you guys. Seriously. I mean, again, 10 years ago, you guys were everyone's punching bag. That was not the case this time.
No.
You guys impressed all of us. We're very happy for you guys.
Yes.
Bright future for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and it's just building a foundation for the better. West Chicago is just an unbelievable story with Coach Chavez and what he's been able to do. And that whole team, coaching staff, the community, it's just great to see. Congratulations to West Chicago on one hell of a season. Congrats, guys.
Blue Devils had themselves some offense, though.
And quit. Oh, they're going to be good. Oh,
Jarius Price, Tykel Hammers. Jesus Christ. Braden Little with 5 touchdowns, 322 passing yards.
Rice is an absolute star.
Oh, don't get too comfortable this weekend.
And as we get down to a little bit more, we talking about another Naperville team. Glenbard West 23, Naperville North 8.
Naperville North was doomed from the start. They deferred for the second half, only for Mason Allen to return the opening kickoff for a touchdown. That was pretty much it from there. The playoff drought continues for Naperville North.
It's sad, and it's a great.
At this point, we don't give a shit if they make the playoffs. It matters if they can win a fucking playoff game. That's it.
Agreed.
That's the issue with Naperville North. They can be, 8-1. Good. When was the last time you won a playoff game?
Yeah. This coaching staff, and I really respect the living hell out of this coaching staff. Again, it's gonna be interesting. But a big shout out to Glenbard West on getting the big win. And again, Glenbard West, those first couple of weeks of the season, it was like a major kick.
They've turned into the Glenbard West we were hoping for, and they're gonna need all that energy they can this. But going back to Naperville North, hey, next year it's Jacob Bell's team next year.
Yes, it is.
Jacob Bell's team. It was mostly Luke Williams' teams this year. Nope, it's going to be Jacob Bell's team next year. They got a lot back next year with Brock Petaway, Gabe Willis, Zach Malley, Tyler Sternstein. But it's going to be Jacob Bell's team.
Yep, definitely.
Unload the arm. Unload the arm.
Agreed. Glenbard East 24, Harlem 0.
I'm happy.
This Glenbard East team, they're proving a lot of doubters wrong, and this was an impressive.
And they got a favorable road.
Yes, they do. Highly favorable. So, congratulations to Glenbard East on that. Glenbard South 54, UIC 0. Surprise.
Not really, but good to see Glenbard South get up on the right track and put last year behind this, because guess what? This Saturday's redemption time for them.
Yep. Agreed. ICCP, Immaculate Conception, 35, Geneseo, 12. A little bit of a fight in the first, but yeah.
Yeah, but Gelada and Joey Gelada, three scores on 147 rushing yards.
And I said this before, Joe Gelada is that he's that what's the word? He's that
beast.
He's that gas to that team.
The gas.
He's that hard. He is unbelievable, and he is just going to continue. You have to put a stop to him. He is proven to be a big time playmaker for the Knights, no doubt about that.
Oh yes.
Addison Trail 21. And we both picked this as an upset alert. Lincoln Park 18.
Props to Lincoln Park for giving Addison Trail a fight, but we knew Addison Trail would pull it off.
Yeah, we had
not all playoff games are going to be easy. This is playoffs. This is where you're playing all the best teams in the world.
But you talk about just a great story, and them getting into the second round is unbelievable.
And again, first playoff appearance since 2014. And they were good that year.
Yeah. So, big shout out to them on a big win. Wheaton Academy 68, Phoenix 0. Any surprise there, my man?
No, sir, but good to see, Wheaton Academy put last year's playoff loss behind them.
Yep, Wheaton Academy is bouncing back. Willowbrook 21, Yorkville 13. What a game, and what a game for this Willowbrook team to get that W.
What a game for Arthur Palicki. 441 total yards, 350 in the air, 91 on the ground, 3 touchdown passes. let's give a shout out to KJ Rhodes, who set a record for most receiving yards.
And KJ Rhodes is a name that, again, that you have to know about from Willowbrook. He is absolutely killing it. And again, he emerged this season.
They're gonna need this offense this weekend, Pete.
Oh yeah. And a good thing too with Willowbrook again is, for some weird reason, is when they always get that first win, they go a little bit on an ass kicking spree for about 2 or 3 games. They start kicking ass.
They could have an ass kicking streak coming up.
Yep. Wheaton North. Yep. Wheaton North 34, Chicago Whitney Young 0. Surprise.
Not really.
I don't know.
Ready for basketball season, Whitney Young.
Yep. Again, we both had Wheaton North, and
we both knew Wheaton North was going to win.
Wheaton North was going to win that one against Whitney Young. But again, it's a good team. And again, it's a basketball school.
Wheaton North's true test will come this weekend.
Yep. St. Francis 45, Rochelle 14. St. Francis big win.
It was close
Rochelle.
at first.
Yes.
It was close. Rochelle gave St. Francis a fight, but then Alessio did Alessio things.
Yes.
Touchdowns. Ian Willis caught 2 of them.
Yep. And again, with St. Francis, it's looking good. And again, the Rochelle, they were challenged by that defense, but like you said, Alessio, he proved to do big things.
Yes, sir.
And talking about an interesting game, even though that they lost, Hersey loses to, Warrenville South loses to Hersey 28-19. 19, right? It was a 19?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Big battle from Wheaton Warrenville South. Big shout out.
I knew Wheaton Warrenville. You had to figure Wheaton Warrenville South was going to make this a game. Keep in mind, remember in 2021 when they played Brother Rice in that first game and lost by 1 point.
Yeah. So again,
can't sleep on this Tiger.
Yeah, the program is on the rise, but this Hersey team, this team is that damn good. We're going to talk about this later.
They're playing a damn good team next. So
yes, yep. All right, let's get to round 2 games of the week. The big one, the revenge matches we've been talking about. Nazareth Academy, the Nazareth Roadrunners take on Glenbard South.
I think Glenbard South is ready this time. They were not ready last year when they hosted Nazareth. Nazareth came in, destroyed them. This year, they see Nazareth. They're like, boys, you see that team?
Mm-hmm.
That team ended your season last year.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get our revenge. Glenbard South is ready. You really think they really think they're not forgetting about that? Hell no.
I think this is going to be a big game on Cam Williams. I'm also think that Glenbard
Champagne is playing the biggest game of his life.
Glenbard South has got to do what they did against South Eldrin, that defense, because this Nazareth offense
shut down Malachuk and Pendley.
It could eat major yardage. This is a big time game for that Glenbard South.
Huge game.
And again, I think South could get that upset, but we will see, because this Nazareth team is not playing around.
They went over and fucked shit up at Prairie Ridge.
Yes, they did, sir. Yes, they did.
Saw that. I was like,
yeah.
Am I reading this right?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yep.
No.
Next one, and we talk about a game that a lot of people aren't paying attention to because they're thinking that this is going to be an absolute blowout.
No.
Takes on Prairie Central.
Prairie Central's a 5-4 team I wouldn't sleep on.
Yeah. And Prairie Central overall, their running attack is very good. And their defense, they play that quick style, fast fit defense again.
I think Montini could sneak away with this one, but it's going to be close.
It's going to be close. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a tough test for Montini.
The game's at Prairie Central, right?
Yes. That's even
which makes it even more tougher.
Yep. And again, this is their introduction to an away game, small school football style, my man.
Yep.
So it's going to be a little bit tough, and that field's we'll see. Luckily, it's going to be warmer outside this weekend.
Yes, sir.
That's going to be a good thing for the Montini. But again, I really see this as the second big test for Montini. But I think after that, if they're able to pass it.
Oh boy.
Yeah. That's how damn good
There's a lot of teams that are in that position right now, Pete.
Yep. All right. Wheaton Academy takes on St. Viator. St. Viator.
Brett Casper. Oh, this is going to be a good one.
Yes, and Brett Casper's again. unbelievable playmaker. The St. Viator team has that type of icy 2015 feel. They did not make it to the state title game, but they gave a fight. The St. Viator team's got that same type of feel with it.
Right.
Cole Kemet's little brother at quarterback, absolute star. Ellis at running back, absolute star.
Yes, sir.
Academy, the big thing is going to be the line play. What do you think, sir?
Definitely the line play as well. And really that team in general, because the game's at St. Viator, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, even Big Test. Road games always play a big role.
Yep. So it definitely, and overall, it's going to be definitely the big thing with the defense Wheaton Academy. But again, if this Wheaton Academy team gets that W against St. Viator, yeah,
watch out.
Watch out. Next one, and this is a bit of a big.
There's a lot of games on this list, Pete, that people are completely overlooking, and they shouldn't.
They should not. I agree. You're right.
These games could literally go whatever direction they want to.
IC takes on Boylan Catholic.
This is going to be a good game.
Connor Dennis,
this ain't quarterback. No cakewalk for IC.
What you gonna say?
And Pete just froze.
Oh, am I back? Am I back now?
There you are. Okay, there you are, Pete. We're just talking about, this is like one of the many matchups that people shouldn't sleep on.
Yeah. And
Boylan Catholic is going to give IC some hell.
Yeah, and Rashi Johnson and again Connor Dennis. They have a good, solid secondary too that can hang with this IC wide receiver core, but it's one of those things where we could say, oh, you know what, Boylan's going to get this, but I see in those games where we have doubted them, they've proven us wrong, and I really think that this is going to be a tough fought game. But this game, I believe it's a little bit up in the wind, but I'm going to give the slightest little favor to IC.
I will too.
Being from DuPage County, you got to give them the slightest little favor in this one. No doubt.
Talking about DuPage County for this next matchup.
Yep. Sterling takes on St. Francis.
Week 2 rematch. And that was close.
Yes, it was.
It's going to be close again.
And Sterling's traveling to St. Francis. I
believe so.
So
Sterling could get some revenge, Pete.
Yep, they could. And Sterling, again, they play that physical football. With St. Francis, the big thing is going to be Alessio. That's Alessio, Ian Wilson, a ground game. We keep overlooking that St. Francis's ground game, but that's going to be the most important thing right now.
For sure. St. Francis is in 5A?
Yes.
5A. No, that's going to be a really good game. Really, Pete, there's a lot of good second-round games.
Yep.
No, I take that back. Pete, St. Francis is traveling to Sterling.
I thought that, okay, we were wrong.
Because Sterling, how many 4 and 5 teams got in? How many 4 and 5 teams got in?
A lot.
Apparently Chicago Peyton was the worst 9-0 team. Because Sterling 50-pieced them.
Mm-hmm.
There are some tough. Do not sleep on Sterling. They're 4 and 5, but do not, for the love of God, sleep on them.
And that Western Big Six, that conference, that was just a wild one. This year was a real wild one. Quincy was the top team, but there were teams that were up and down every week. It was just weird. It was weird. All right, we get into a game that we didn't see coming. Addison Trail takes on Glenbard East.
A couple years ago, you would have never convinced me this would be a second-round matchup, but this is a second-round matchup. This is a damn good second-round matchup. This matchup could go either way, I swear to God.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give the slight edge to Glenbard East since they have the playoff experience before. They've been getting smacked in the second round. They're not allowing it this year. Addison Trail, we love you guys, but we got to show what we think.
I think this great story ends against this Glenbard East squad.
Hey, if Addison Trail pulls off the upset, we'll be happy.
McLean and those guys the line play has completely improved in the first game to week 10. Glenbard East is going to get that. Next one, Willowbrook versus Hanahu? Whatever.
Ananega.
Ananega.
Hananega. Hey, Pete, we're talking about upsets. I think this is one of those upsets.
The Bensons, Colborn at quarterback. They're going to be very physical. It's going to be
I love this matchup, Pete.
I think, again, this game is going to be entirely on Arthur. I think it's going to be on the quarterback.
Both offenses really good.
Yes, they are. Very good. And again, with they're just that size of the school and their ability to get multiple sport players to come on and play football, it's something special. It's something.
Hananega?
Yeah. It's something really special.
You wish other schools could have that.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's going to be a tough one. Next
wrestle, kids. Wrestle. At least for you juniors and at least for your underclassmen.
Agreed. Next.
Seniors, I'm in.
Yep.
That's up to you, but I would still wrestle.
Next, we got a big matchup. Quincy travels to Wheaton North.
You know what, Pete? Go Wheaton North. Wheaton North, they're that team that always likes to pull heartbreaks on teams in playoffs.
This Quincy team is tough. Wheaton North has been up and down, up and down. Again, I think the big thing is, are they going to be able to make Braden make mistakes, the quarterback? And can they stop Rice? That's going to be huge for this Wheaton North. I think on the other side of the ball, I think, again, Wheaton North's running game and just their offensive line going against that Quincy defensive line, you have to give them the slightest edge. You honestly do. But it's going to be a tough one.
This game could go either way.
Yeah, this is an up in the air game. It's going to be a tough one.
There's a lot of up in the air games. This next game's an up in the air game.
Downers Grove North takes on Hersey. What do you think, sir?
I think Downers Grove North could pull an upset. That offense, Noah Battle. Oh boy.
We've been doubting Hersey a lot.
We have been doubting Hersey a lot. Well, we doubted them last year, and I doubted them last week against Wheaton South, but they made me eat my words. Maybe they'll make me eat my words again.
If this game was at DGN, I would give a little bit of an advantage to DGN, but this is another up-in-the-air game. I really believe this is another up-in-the-air game.
Oh, yes.
And I think the overall thing is going to be DGN's defensive line going against Hersey's offensive line. Can DGN's defensive line put a stop on Colton Gamino? That's going to be huge.
That's the question.
And they got a hell of a running back, by the way. Underrated running back, Nasir, the running back from Hersey.
We got a lot of good games with some good running backs.
Yep. Next one.
This one.
Loyola Academy takes on Neuqua Valley. And didn't they see each other again about a couple of years ago in the playoffs? Or am I thinking about Naperville Central?
That was Naperville Central.
Okay, all right. What do you think?
Neuqua's right in the hot hand, but unfortunately that's going to come to an end with a massive brick wall against Loyola.
Loyola Academy, it's that damn tough. They're that damn team. Yeah. Neuqua Valley, they're just unstable. They're too unstable to really say, hey, you know what? They got this game, it's in the bag, or they're going to upset this team. We don't know. This is just going to be one of those weird games, but I really think Loyola.
If Neuqua somehow pulls the upset,
if Neuqua pulls the upset against Loyola Academy, I will paint my face for next episode. I will
shotgun a beer on the next episode.
I will paint. There we go.
You paint your face. I'll shotgun a beer.
There we go. All right, next one. Glenbard West takes on Edwardsville.
Another up in the air game
at Edwardsville. This is a tough
one.
So
Glenbard West has to take a nice long drive down there to take on Jay Curry and the Tigers.
Yeah.
This has been a really dangerous Edwardsville team all year, and they've played some good competition. I feel like Edwardsville is going to get the slightest edge. This is going to be a close game.
I think with Glenbard West, I think the big thing was their second or first game against the Cemet. It's their second game was the Cemet.
Correct.
Yeah,
Lost 10-0.
yeah. I think the big thing with them is if Glenbard West's defense can delay or get Jay Curry off of his mojo or whatever you want to call it, momentum.
Bring the heat.
Glenbard West could be the real deal, but the big thing is going to be on Ellens. I think Ellens is going to play a big part in this.
Huge
win,
yes.
So it's going to be big for them. And I think too that Glenbard West offensive line going against that Edwardsville defense line, that's going to be a pain in the ass because that
Edwardsville defensive line produces some good caliber players.
They're the real deal. They're the real deal, no doubt about that.
I don't know how they do it, but that's how they do it.
And we talk about rematches. Lions takes on York.
This is another up in the air game. This is going to be another good game. And the game's at Lions Township, isn't it?
Yes, again.
Oh boy. Well, you know how much that place is going to be rocking and stuff.
The big thing is
York, but York, they played in hostile environments before.
The big thing is going to be Lions if they have to disrupt against York. That's the big thing.
Yes.
They're going to have to put pressure and
yes,
have York make mistakes. And we've seen what happens when Glenbard West did it. Can York multiply that? Can York copy that and do that? That's going to be huge. And again, I'm sorry, can Lions Township do that against York? And with Lions Township, I think Ryan Jackson is going to have to play a huge part for them to catch up. We'll see what happens. And the last one, Barrington, Naperville Central, your alma mater. What do you think, sir?
Undefeated Barrington, 8-2 Naperville Central. This is good, Pete. This is going to be a good game. Naperville says the.
What do you think?
You know what, Pete? Call me crazy. I am not being a homer. I am not pulling my bias self, but I think Central could pull the upset. They have been warriors in these second round games on the road against a good opponent, and Central has been in these situations before. That Central defense will have to play the game. Will if that Central defense can shut down that Barrington offense,
yeah.
And if Jack Cook can stay mistake free, because you got Aiden Clark, running all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Cook needs to stay mistake free. Aiden Clark needs to keep doing his thing. Defense needs to stay in check. I think Naperville Central can pull this off. This game will be decided by no more than 7 points.
I agree. You hit it on the head. You're right. You're right, Mr.
A lot of people think Barrington's going to blow them out. No.
Oh, hell no.
This is not. First of all, Barrington played a 4-5 team last week. Naperville Central is 10 times better than Glenbrook itself. Even in Central's 2 losses, they hung tough with Neuqua Valley and Lockport. They've had to beat Neuqua Valley at Neuqua Valley. They had to beat Waubonsie Valley at Waubonsie Valley when Waubonsie was hot. They had to beat Naperville North when in somewhat of a hostile crowd. This is going to be a good game.
Ooh. That is Naperville Central alumni Patrick Codo. Okay. No, I agree with you with everything you said. I think, but I think this is going to be a tough matchup. I don't see this as Barrington's gonna they're gonna win.
Barrington's not going to beat the shit out of them. This is going to be close.
This is going to be a close.
Whoever wins the turnover battle has a good shot.
I think the big thing is going to be on that defensive line of Barrington. Can they apply pressure on Cook and have him make mistakes? I think
that Central offensive line is going to be ready to play with Grant Ellinger, Connor Sands.
Yes,
those guys. These 2 teams are ready to play.
All right. We have one question. Patrick List of Naperville. Who is the coach of the year in DuPage County?
Who is the coach of the year in the DuPage County? That's a great question. Okay, you gotta go. We gotta show love. We gotta show love to Chavez.
Yes.
We gotta show love to Addison Trails, homeboy.
Blazin, Coach Blazin. Yeah.
We gotta show love to him.
Horini, Coach Horini from DGN.
Yep. That's pretty much what I could think of.
I'll tell you. I'll give you one, and everyone's gonna laugh at me. Glenbard West coach, Coach Hetland.
I don't say I like it.
We
can give Coach Ulrich from Naperville Central an honorable mention.
Yes,
he
that
did
too.
a great job this year.
They did a really good job this year.
Sure he got Central to the playoffs in the past couple of years, but last year they limped into the playoffs.
I forgot one.
Shoot.
Wayne Academy's head coach.
Yes.
Hell yes.
Sean Morris from Wheaton South, honorable mention.
Bingo. Sean Morris. I totally forgot about him. He deserves a lot of respect too as well. So all right, that is it. My name is Coach Big Pete, aka publisher of Deep Dish Football. DuPage Run Shoot Show will be out early Thursday morning next week because of the Bears game Thursday. Please Bears win. Please Bears win. Please Bears.
Please. I will be there. So please win.
There you go.
You won against the Raiders, so do it again.
So follow Coach Big Pete, Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Follow DuPage Run Shoot Show on Twitter and Facebook. And again, Mr. Codo, take it away, sir.
This is Patrick Codo, the co-host of DuPage Run and Shoot, a sports reporter at NCTV 17, the host of Codo's Mojo. You will all see me at Barrington and Naperville Central Saturday night for an action-packed game. Oh, it's going to be a good one. Alrighty, buddy. So yeah, if y'all want to, an email, if you want to email me and you want to send me a picture of batteries, saying like, yeah, we're going to throw batteries at you. It's Pete Codo at nctv17.org.
You heard it first.
Let's get ready for a fun weekend.
Chuck batteries right at his head.
Hello.
Have a good one, man. Hey, wait.